Yeah, hi peeps. Looking back, because I'm looking back in time here, but I'm reading on the internet how America dealt with lawlessness and gun control in the Old West. Reporting from Tombstone, Arizona. A billboard just outside of this Old West town promises gunfights daily. Tourists line up each afternoon to watch costumed cowboys and lawmen reenact the bloody gunfights at the OK Corral with blazing six-shooters. But as with much of the Wild West, myth has replaced history. The 1881 shootout took place in a narrow alley, not at the corral. Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday weren't seen as heroic until later. They were initially charged with murder for trying to enforce the law, by the way. And one fact is usually ignored. Back then, Tombstone had far stricter gun controls than it does today. In fact, the American West's most infamous gun battle erupted when the marshal tried to enforce the local ordinance that barred carrying firearms in public. A judge had fined one of the victims $25 earlier that day for packing a pistol. You could wear your gun into town, but you had to check it in at the sheriff's office or the Grand Hotel, and you couldn't pick it up again until you were leaving town. So, it was an effort to control the violence that broke out in towns when people who'd been on the trail, sometimes for many days, many weeks, got into a town and filled themselves with liquor. Seen the first women that hadn't been able to get their hands on for, as I say, days or weeks, and took offence to some slight someone had said, the fact that someone had got their hands on the girl they were hoping to buy and they weren't willing to wait, or someone bumped their arm when they were drinking and they spilled some of their drink. Bang! Out would come the guns. Bang, bang, bang. And often they didn't even shoot the person that they were angry with, they would shoot innocent bystanders. Bullets would miss their target and innocent people would die. Pretty much like today, I imagine, in America. A national debate over gun control has flared up since gunmen killed 6 people and wounded 13 others, including US Representative Gabriel Giffords 2 weeks ago in Tucson. The suspect, Jared Lee Lochner, this is I'm reading from an internet page here, is accused of firing 31 shots from a Glock semi-automatic pistol with a high-capacity ammunition magazine. Hours after the rampage, Pima County Sheriff Clarence W. Dupnick appeared to partly blame Arizona's lax gun laws for the violence, saying he opposed letting everybody in the state carry weapons under any circumstances that they want, and that's almost where we are right at this moment. I think, America, you are Tombstone of the United States of America back in 1881. And it's time you started to say to your citizens, thus far and no more. No farther. No longer. It's done. We can't have people carrying weapons around because they like a gun. You're like a little kid at Christmas who needs to get his little gun, his little silver piece that he can carry in his hand that goes crack, crack, crack when he pulls the trigger. Except today these guns are black, they're semi-automatic, and they go crack, 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 and they fire bullets instead of sparks. And they kill people. They fucking kill people. It's time to stop being kids. Time to stop being that little 12-year-old cowboy with his cap gun. Time to stop being that macho bullshit prick saying I'll cap your ass and shit like that. That's stuff for the movies and for rap songs. It's not stuff for the street. It's not stuff for your cities. It's not stuff for your towns. Haven't you had enough of lighting candles, bending down on your knees and praying that things will change? It's time for you to fucking make things change, America. It's time for you to grow the fuck up. You're not 12 years old anymore. You're not kids. It's not a cap gun. People don't grasp their chest, fall down and then get up laughing later, you know. If only we could have stayed chilled in all our lives, you know. If only we could have continued playing cowboys and Indians. Fantastic, but you can't. If only America could stay a childish nation. But you can't. There's a lot of problems in the world. A lot of them, there's not pretty much you can do about them. But this, gun control, murder, death, mayhem in your streets, in your schools, this you can do something about. I know it's going to be hard, but you can definitely do something about this. Sorry for the long pause, but I'm just trying to rack my brains for something that I could say that might change people's minds about this. But there isn't anything other than, you are so childish, you're so stupid. Like kids on candy, you know. Except the candy you're sucking on is deadly, you know. Deadly for some. Deadly for some who don't deserve to die. 18 to 20 kids, 5 to 10-year-old. I just hope you think the Second Amendment's worth it. Because I've never thought it was worth it. Even up till now. Before this I never thought it was worth it. But especially after this. The Second Amendment is words on a bit of paper. And I know it's an ancient bit of paper, I know they're ancient words, and I know they have a resounding meaning for America. But really, the 21st century entitled because of something somebody wrote 200 years ago to carry an automatic weapon, and if you want, walk into a school and shoot kids and teachers dead, because that's what the Second Amendment says. You're entitled to own and carry a gun. Everybody is. Some of those people are going to walk into schools, shoot kids, shoot teachers. And if you say because of that Second Amendment that was written over 200 years ago, that's fine with me. I can accept that. Even if it was my child or me, I can accept that. You fucking go ahead and say, I can accept that. But I'm sure 90% of the American people, if they thought it was going to be their kid or their life on the line, I'm sure we would be quite willing to turn around and say, yeah, there's a sign at the door. When you walk in, give me your gun. Inside the city limits, it's illegal not only to carry a gun, but to discharge that weapon in public. Illegal. And until you sort yourselves out and go back to the 1881 legislation, controlling who can carry a gun, where they can carry a gun, when they can have that gun, when they can discharge that firearm, until you really sort those laws out, God, you're in a bad place, man. That's a painful place you're in. Mind-numbingly painful. Just on you, motherfuckers.